Sister Alina also saying something here. Say, Salaam alaikum, dear sister. Can you give me an advice, please? I am trying to find out how to do many times because I don't feel happy in my marriage, and all things happening around me are making me feel like my head will explode, and I want to stop everything, to stop the pain. But if I will choose my happiness, I will feel selfish because my husband needs me. He is going to throw hard times, and I have to be there even if he is hurting me with his words. I can't choose myself because I think Allah will not be happy with me. I feel blocked, and I hope America will happen.
So I'm wondering, you say that your husband's not well, and have you been married for a long time in this marriage? Because sometimes people will feel much more attached to someone if they've been in a marriage a long time, and we don't want to leave someone that we've been a caregiver for.
It's a short time, 1.5 years.
Yeah. So that's a very short time. What is your are you is your husband not well at this time? Because you say that you have to be a caregiver.
Chemotherapy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So this is a challenge for him, and it's a challenge for you. I mean, when someone is not well, I mean, it feels really pretty painful to leave someone when they need you the most. And, we don't know. Allah is the best of planners, and sometimes we're in situations that we can't imagine, and we feel we can't endure because we're trying. They're so trying for us that we can't imagine that we can continue. But what we do know from the Quran is that when Allah always gives a hukum. Hukum is the word when there's a test, there's ease.
Right.
There's right.
Right. Yeah. Inna ma'al usri yusra means like whenever there is a trial, whenever there is a hardship, there is ease.
Yes. So this may be one of the very challenging hardships that you're having in your marriage, and sometimes we feel like we can't bear any more. But what we do know from Allah's lessons is that He never gives a hukum without teaching sort of that it's when there's a challenge, there's going to be ease, and it's just having that trust and that patience in Allah. I know this long. I mean, if it's not something where there's abuse, then this is definitely illness is definitely a challenge. But if it had anything to do with abuse, then I mean, you want to remove yourself from this situation because that's not acceptable. If he's using challenging words, I think that that's inappropriate as well. But sometimes when we're ill and we're sick, sometimes we don't really feel good, and we might find ourselves doing things that we wouldn't normally do. But based on his condition, it may be that he's so frustrated because he's not feeling like he's a whole person, and he's feeling that he can't function like before. So he's lashing out. It's not acceptable, but sometimes you can see his condition. You know better than anyone what he's going through. So the compassion and the mercy, when we think about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, every single page of the Quran is saying Rahman ar-Rahim, Rahman ar-Rahim. So his mercy comes before anything. And it kind of, this test is like exercising that mercy, because I see from what you're saying is that you don't want to really leave him at this very sensitive time. But I know that you're also having stress yourself. So I would say that if you can ever break away at different times of the day and get some personal time for yourself, or you're doing some self-care, you're going out for a walk in nature, or you're doing something that you like to do, even if it's giving yourself a pedicure or a manicure, or just, taking care of yourself. I think that's important too, because when you're a caregiver, it's hard to take care of others if you're not taking care of yourself.
We only have 5 minutes before the prayer, but I would like to do just the last thing is there's something called the battered wife, where the wife always feeling that it is her fault. And that because she probably also come from a very abusive home. And when usually the people who come from abusive homes, from family that probably their parents are abusive or something like that, they always attract also the abusive people that they are like their spouse or their husband or their friends, right?
Because that's all they know.
Exactly, because they don't know any better.
They don't know, but that's all they know. So
They don't know any
They think
better.
I can deal with that because I know that.
Yeah.
I can handle that because I've been in that situation, so I know.
I come like, from the same situation basically. And I advise you from my own experience. I'm not a professional, as I said, but from my experience is always know that it is not your fault, okay? And you can't put your fault in everything unless if you know that it is really that you made something wrong. But if someone comes and blame you and you think that he's blaming me that, oh, it is your fault that you're doing this, your fault that you're doing that. Because I know like a woman that she supported her husband in everything, okay? And she even started a business with him and everything. And then at the end, he says, you pushed me for it. You did this for me. And so what he did is, although she was just a backup. She did not even do anything. He's the one who was doing all the business and everything. And then after that, he just wants a rack to hang his problems on. You see what I'm saying? And so what you need to do in here is you need, first of all, to detach yourself and know that don't take it personal. It is his problem. There's something mentally wrong in this man when he blames you for everything, okay? And that because he himself cannot handle it, so he needs someone else to push it and just shove it into their throat. You see what I'm saying? And so what you need to do first is to know that it is not your fault and not to take it personal. So you need to detach yourself from it. And then, as Sister Sandra says, that you need to have that self-care of yourself, to love yourself. And then after that, you can deal with that person as what? As a person that is not really going under your skin. If you hear from here, you start just ignoring and you're like, okay, and things like that. And what makes it even harder that you're telling me over here, sister, that your husband is sick, that even makes it worse and harder, subhanAllah. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you ease. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take that burden away from your chest. And may Allah reward you for all the things that you're putting up with and all the endurance that you are enduring for that hardship. That for now, Jazakallah khair.
Yeah.
Someone was talking.
I think sometimes if we go back to the Prophet's stories, I always derive some of my strength.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthen the bonds between each other as sisters in Islam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us better faith. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remove that negativity out of our hearts, remove all that distraction from our minds. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala draw us nearer to him. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala settle in our hearts and in our body tranquility and peace and make us more spiritual and more connected to him. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us overcome our fears and our obstacles, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us love him more and bless us and guide our families and our spouses and our children. Ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. Jazakumullah khair for coming. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Bye, Lori. Bye, everyone. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you.